people are going to join me later. Not yet. I will be there soon. Alright, so let's go. Just need to look at the Hi. Culture! I don't know why I like to call your name like Culture! Welcome. Thank you for joining. Culture, please let us know where you're tuning in from. Oh my goodness. How are you, Culture? So we're just going to wait for others to join in. I'm actually very, very early because it's supposed to be 6, but you know, I just want to join early so that from Dublin Island. Okay, that's good. Welcome from Dublin Island. I need to ping. And I was looking for where to clean, and so I don't want to. So I want to fumble this time, so that's not look like I'm not part of this Gen Z generation, which I know. Don't see that I don't know. Anyways, let's keep waiting. Oh, 1 minute. We have 1 minute left for people to start. Please share, also please share this live with your friends so that you enjoy. I'm live on YouTube as well. Welcome to another instance. Welcome. Please let us know where you're joining from. When you join, please drop a comment. Let us know where you're. Welcome, Shalene. Hi, how are you? Please drop a comment. Thank you so much for joining. Please drop a comment and let us know where. Miami, okay. Welcome, King Promise, from joining us from Miami. good to have you here. We have a guest. We have someone from Miami. We have someone from Dublin Island. So welcome. Let's just wait for more people to join. Hello, welcome. On YouTube, someone joined. Hello, welcome. I'm not even notified. I'm really joined on YouTube. This is the thing about YouTube Live. I'm very well, thank you. How are you? How are you doing? How's the weekend? How's the Saturday going? Everyone is doing chores. Hiya Patrick John. Welcome. Thank you for joining, and please let us know where you're joining from, where you're tuning in from. And so we're just gonna wait for more people. Oh, Mrs. Sabash. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Please let us know where you're joining, where you're tuning in from. Let's know, and let's wait for people to join in. Someone is asking me, are you a success coach? Let's go up. We'll wait and find out. Wait at the end of this video. Welcome. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Oh, thank you. Someone joined from YouTube. Thank you for joining. I think we'll probably start at 6:05 Nigerian time, since I know most people are not used to. So we are doing Nigerian time here. Wait for more people. Give them 5 minutes, 15 minutes to start. Please share the live stream so that people can join. Share the live stream to your friends so that they can be partakers of these goodies that you're about to receive. Please, let's share the live stream and wait for more people to join. Welcome. Our guest is here. We're just who joined and they left. I said, okay, we're going to 5. Who just started disappearing. Welcome. Please share the live stream and wait for your friends to join. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about we'll be sharing valuable insights, valuable and insightful things, and please don't let your friends miss out on these too. So we'll be talking about mind of an entrepreneur and strategies to success. Please, as you join, let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know where you're tuning in from. So whether you're just looking to starting your entrepreneurial journey or you want to take your business to the next level, we'll be sharing deep and insightful things, strategies, mindset, habits on how on what drives an entrepreneur. Okay, we're sharing successful things that drives an entrepreneur. Let's just wait for more people to come. 1 more minute. 1 more minute before we start. Please drop your questions, drop your contributions, drop your ideas, suggestions, and we're going to answer every one of them. Don't worry. Our guest is here and she's going to answer. She's ready for you guys. She's going to answer everything. Okay? Oh, someone joined on YouTube. Welcome. Hi. We are just waiting for more people to join on Instagram. Yes. Alright. So our guest is ready. Didi, let me introduce our guest because obviously it's not easy. So she's a very successful and she's an expert in the fashion and styling field. So she's giving by doing. So you feel free to follow her on Instagram after the live. You will get some fashion tips and also place your orders. She delivers worldwide, but has go through her page, like you know that it speaks for itself already. So she's here and she'll be telling us some key strategies on entrepreneurship, things that has helped her to get to where she is today. So without further ado, I'll be inviting my guest now. Let me call her. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Yes. Alright. Hi, YouTube family. I just invited Yuma. So she's no other person that Mrs Tricia Agbonbhase. I hope I got the name right. Hello, Mrs Tricia.
How you doing?
I'm very well. Agbonbhase, right? Oh my God.
Agbonbhase, correct?
Agbonbhase. Okay. Thank you so much for joining.
You're fine. My name is very difficult to pronounce, you know, so you're not rude in any way. People find it so difficult to pronounce my name. And it's everywhere, even at work, everybody communicating with me, they find it hard to pronounce my name. So it's not a problem, you're not rude in any way. So nice to be here.
Thank you so much for joining me. And there was another name you shared, I think, Ono. That's the one I like to call Ono. Ono. Yes, but the short form, you say Ono.
Ono.
Yes. I remember you said that when you shared that in the other live video, and I was like, I'm going with this name.
Okay, it's because it's unique, right? Because it's not good to tell people that, okay, I know this person, right?
Welcome, Ashley.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Ma? You look so good.
Thank you. You look good too.
Okay.
I told myself, I said, I must not miss this life because she's gonna kill me.
No. Okay, Ma. So, please tell us.
I think it's the first time I'm doing a live on this page. I'll just go on live. And I am doing more. Because it's exposing the page, so yes, I like it.
Okay.
So how are you able to connect YouTube and Instagram?
I have 2 phones, so just here and here.
Yes. Nice.
Okay, so please introduce yourself and tell us what we need to know and things that we need to know about you.
Is everybody here yet?
No, should we wait for more people?
Yeah, it's always better so that people don't miss out on anything. Because that way they're gonna feel bad. So yeah, let's hold on. Because I heard you saying people joined in before, but because we're not yet happening. So let's hold on and see. How are you doing? How is everything?
Oh, everything is well. You see the weather. It just changed. How many degrees in Canada?
I didn't even check the degree, but everywhere is so everywhere is dim. Yeah,
dull,
it's dark.
Right?
Yeah, it's very dull. I was trying to see if I can see here. Everywhere is very dull. It's not looking bright at all.
Here too, it just rained a couple of minutes ago and Cyprus rain. When it just starts raining, it rains very heavily, but all of a sudden it sees like it never rained. But it was just raining for a few minutes to go.
It's well. It's a nice thing you're doing. Keep it up. I don't know how you get and find the energy to do everything you do. Like the last time I was talking to you and you told me you had a baby, I'm like, oh my god, how do you manage? How do you cope with all of it? But it's well.
Thank God.
It's
Okay, ma.
mindset.
Yes. So I think we can start since the live video is going to be saved. Like,
Okay.
they will definitely catch up. Yeah.
Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know where you're joining in from. My name is Mrs Tricia Agbonbhase, but a lot of people know me as Doing. Seriously, if you tell people Tricia, they'll be like, no, I don't know who is Tricia, right? And you'll be surprised because you've seen me with this person like several times and all of that, but they still do not know me as Tricia or Honor. They just go by doings because probably it's easy and all of that, right? So I'm a fashion stylist. I'm a consultant. I style both adults and kids. I create styles from scratch. I also work as a project coordinator. I'm also a student. So that is who I am. I currently live in Toronto, Canada. And yeah.
Oh, so medium mom joined.
Coach is here.
Yes, our coach is here.
So,
Welcome. We are very pleased to have you here. So we're just starting. She introduced herself, and we are just starting now. So you haven't missed anything. Okay, so can you, Mrs. Tricia, how do you manage to get all these things right? We are going to even talk about it. But first of all, can you share what inspired you to become an entrepreneur? Because people are here to learn, start.
that story. Well, okay. Actually, what inspired me to become an entrepreneur? It has always been a passion for me. I've always liked business on the side. I've always wanted to do business on the side. And so I started even before I graduated from school, right? It was with the mindset of satisfying a certain need, you know. As a law student then, when I go to school and I go for classes, I see people telling me how much they got their suits from, right? And within me, I'll be like, it's too expensive because it's not like they even bought it already made. They had to make the suits, but they didn't have the builds and cuts a proper suit should have, right? So I told myself, if I start traveling to Lagos to buy proper suits, would it help these people? I'm trying to see how I ask questions a lot. I'll ask them questions. How much how much does your tailor charge? They'll tell me. And I know how much I get mine for. But am I now going to come down to sell for the amount their tailor sell for? No, I won't, because it's a different quality they'll be getting. But should it be too high? No, it shouldn't be too high. So that was where the whole mindset of a businesswoman, came out from, and I've been there, I've been doing it.
So you mentioned that the mindset came from satisfying a need.
Yeah.
Powerful. So what did you actually believe is the most important mindset that every entrepreneur, every successful entrepreneur should have?
I can't say I'm successful yet. I'm still working towards that level because business comes with its ups and downs, right? So I'm not sure. I can never say I'm successful because I'm not even there. We all have our down moments, our relapse, and we also just push ourselves upwards to be able to do what we love. So the first thing is one, satisfying. Think of the people. What do you want to do? Is this something you have a passion for? Is this something people like about you? Because for me, every time I put on my outfit, people tell me, I love your outfit. Oh, your outfit is good. You look good. And I love to dress. So that's a passion for me. So using my passion to generate income was another thing for me. So I would say what should drive you should be one. What are you going to be giving to the audience? And do you have the passion for that thing? Because if there's no passion, you cannot survive it. So I would say those two things would be handy. They will come in handy when you want to be a successful entrepreneur.
Powerful. If there is no passion, you cannot succeed. How about purpose?
Well, purpose. Purpose talks about satisfying, like purpose, the purpose. Why are you doing it? I want to from me because I'm going to be giving them quality and it will last longer than what they have for less. Then that's purpose. Making people happy, giving them value for their money, satisfying them, and all of. So purpose and satisfaction to me would almost be the same thing because what's my purpose? I want to satisfy the need of people, and that's what I think. But you can prove me wrong and explain further. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome. Please feel free to join to drop your comments, your questions, and your contributions. Okay, we're talking about strategies to success, the mindset of an entrepreneur, and we have with us here our guest speaker, Mrs Tricia Agbonbhase. I got it right? Yeah, and her Instagram page speaks for itself. She's an expert in the styling field. Please feel free to follow her, and get some tips on how to style, fashion, and all of that. So, Mrs. Tricia, what would you tell us, like the habits and routines for to be a successful entrepreneur?
The first thing I would say is the very first thing is to be a very good customer service person. Like you before you go into business, the first thing you want to learn is how to relate with your customers. How to set boundaries, how to draw the line, knowing what to tell them, how to communicate with them, how to pacify them. It's all about communication. So I would say the first thing you must do before even going to that place to get money or even investing in that business is to get a skill. It could be online, it could be anywhere. Learn about customer service representative. Because if you're going to be your own customer service representative for a long time before you think of employing anybody, if a time would come, right? So you have to first learn how to communicate with your customers to keep them glued to you, That's the first, I would say, because it's very, very important. Without that, it will be very difficult. You see people coming and going, and you don't want that. Because that's the vital key to retaining a strong customer-based relationship, building a customer-based relationship, having customers come back to you over and over and over again, irrespective of anything. Yeah.
Okay, so this customer, because some people, most people don't have to. Let's talk about the customer, because you said you have to build a customer-based relationship, communication, get a skill. So how did you, because I know that our personalities are very different, okay? So how did you, was your personality at any point clashing or not really coming together with this customer? Because there are some people, their head they touch you. So if you come to me, they'll be like, I give it to you, let's drop this thing aside, let's drop business. So what's your advice? What do you think about that? Because firstly, customers can test you to your limits, they can take you where you're not even supposed to go to. So what's your advice? What do you think you can say about that?
This question that you just asked me. God. This question that you just asked me, if I respond to this question, then I will because it's good to be very sincere if you're taking people from the bottom and you want to help them grow. When I just started, the first set of people I sold for were students like me, right? But there was something I did. I would never give it to them until they are done making their payments. And I would usually tell them to pay a certain amount upfront. I would keep it. I'll keep the item with me and I'll tell them, you have 2 weeks to pay up. If within 2 weeks they don't come to pay up, I would sell for someone else. But most times, some of them will come a day after 2 weeks or 2 days after 2 weeks, and definitely they'll make trouble with you. I was wrong. You couldn't even wait. It's not just 1 day. It's not just 2 days, right? So definitely, you start having people that are fighting you, creating bad bloods everywhere because they're upset that you couldn't wait for them for a few days after 2 weeks and all of that, forgetting that the communication was 2 weeks, right? But did I let that break me? No. Were there times where some of them would see me and walk past me? Yes. A lot of times they would walk past me. And my personality, I'm someone that don't like taking nonsense also from people, because the fact that a business person and I sell out things, I try to respect you as much as possible, and I deserve respect also, right? Because we're human beings. So if you don't talk to me, I definitely will not talk to you too. But was that good for business? It wasn't a good strategy for business, but I was doing it because I just started at that time. It was my first year in business and I was still a student. So I was dealing with everybody with a student mindset. Okay, if you don't want to talk to me, it's you, right? But now, going back, what would I have done different? If they're upset and they're just going away and all of that, they're upset with me, they don't want to talk to me, the best thing I would do, I would have done, is find a neutral ground to make them understand that our communication was 2 weeks. But you did not come. You did not even send me a message to say, I'll be coming tomorrow or next tomorrow. You know, I know 2 weeks expires today. There was no communication. And I had to sell what I had to sell. Now, even if I say that, would it make the customer happy? No, it still will not make the customer happy. But I would have been able to clear out myself and make sure that even if the customer sees me tomorrow, the customer will know that I was patient enough to explain what happened and where she also breached the contract. Now, on my part, when I see it's almost getting to 2 weeks, like a day, I'm supposed to send a message of reminder to that customer. I never did all of that. So I had my own faults and they had their faults. So right now I'm taking it back. What would that have done different? 24 hours or 48 hours before 2 weeks is, expired, I should be able to send them a message of reminder. Oh, what's up? We still have your stuff. 2 weeks ends in 2 days. So that they can prepare adequately and pay up and take their item. That's the first thing I would do. The second thing is also encourage the customer to communicate with me. Because sometimes you're too busy also as a vendor to remember these things. Communicate with me. If you know 2 weeks is not possible and you see it's a day before 2 weeks is gone or 2 days, just send a message to me. Explain to me why you cannot pick that item at the moment. And we would reach an agreement. I can tell you, I'll give you 2 days more or 1 day more or something. But communication is always key. So next time, like if I were meant to turn back the hands of time, I would have perfected my communication skills with those customers.
Okay, so that means you're doing that now, like this way things.
Absolutely. Okay. I do that now.
Okay, welcome. Okay, sorry. Please feel free to drop your questions and contributions. Okay, we're talking about strategies to success, and we have Mrs Tricia Agbonbhase here with us, and also Mrs Tricia, I know that selling in a uni must have been very, very challenging. Like there are challenges that you face, and coupled with your personality, you said that if someone talks to you, you not talk to the person, you go the other way. Okay, so can you tell us how these challenges, like you failed, what you did wrong, and how did you bounce back to it? Because people will want to know, like, how did you, like, I asked you if you're doing that presently, you said yes. So how did you now bounce back to the challenges that you
Okay, I think I've even said it before. In school, I'm not sure in my uni days I bounced back. No, I didn't. Because I was being the normal babe that I would normally be, right? It was later, after marriage, and I continued with my business, I realized that I didn't handle those customers the best way I should have. you know. And what did I do different? It was communication. I learned to communicate better, right? So that if anything goes wrong, it will not be on me. Because all the episodes that happened in my uni days, I had my own parts. Yeah, I was at fault also, you know. So I can't even blame the customer. I should blame myself because there was no communication. And I was just operating like, you know, still a young girl. I think I did it for just 1 year because it was in my final year I started business in my uni days, right? So we were all children. We acted irrationally. We just did what we wanted to do, you know. But when I got married and I still continued my business, it was different, yeah. I learned to communicate better, but did it stop some customers from being who they were or who they are? No, it didn't. Now, how did I manage them? When you do your best as a vendor, that's just the truth. Like, search your conscience. Have I done everything I should do? I think every vendor should have a rubric that they follow when they are dealing with, you know, you just create a rubric. A rubric when you're dealing with a difficult customer, dealing with a regular mad customer, an everyday customer, and and a new customer. You should have a rubric that you use. A difficult customer should have a rubric, right? Which is, what are the things that you must check? If you go back and check those things, have I done all of these? And if you see you've done them, whatever happens shouldn't, because people will say, oh, customers are always right. Yes, it's true, but not in all cases, because I also want to maintain my peace and my sanity, right? I want my peace of mind to be able to attend to other customers. But do I want to drive any customer away? No. So when I go back and I check my rubrics, I find out that, okay, maybe I've not done something properly in that rubric. Then I have to go, I have the opportunity to go back and rectify it by sending a text message, by making calls or something. It's just anything about business, it all boils down to communication. Kill the mindset of assumption. Never assume. Communicate. Speak. Let them hear you. Let them hear what you have to say. You know, create that connection. I think that's like the number one thing.
Okay.
Communication. Do not assume. You know, do your best. Have a rubric as a vendor. A rubric is very important.
Okay. So now, there's something, because, you know, as you're talking about this communication, I'm like, they are really, really difficult customers, trust me. I've had some customers that are, no matter, like, I'll just bring out my soft side. You know, I'm always bringing out my soft side when it has to do with, you know, customer-based relationship. But still, they are very difficult. The communication you're talking about. So how do you deal with such customers? Do you let them go? But they are actually bringing money to the table. Oh, they're actually, you know, they are very odobo customers. You know, we say odobo customers. But how, like, do you now put your ego into place and like, okay, no, I'm going to, you know, just do away with this customer, or you just still keep that communication in check? How do you deal with these difficult customers?
As a vendor, it is not in my place to dispose of any customer because I need all of them. I would never, as a vendor, it is not in my place to dispose of any customer because I need all of them. I repeated it 2 times, you know, unless you feel like you are a cash madam and you are okay. But even at that, no vendor there's no right to dispose of any customer. But if I've done everything I should do as a vendor, and I see that the customer is still being difficult, then I won't say anything. If the customer wants to go, he or she can go. But I will not be the one to dispose of that customer. Exchanging words with customers, no. Just keep it brief, clear and simple. Ma'am, I'm so sorry. This is what happened. There was a misunderstanding. I'm so sorry and I'm ready to make it up to you. Incentives, okay, do you want me to make another juice for you? Because I don't know what the problem, whatever the problem is, try to find a common ground to rectify it. But if it's still not working, I'm not the one that will drive the customer would go. Because even when I pray, I tell God, I don't want a customer that will stress me and give me mental breakdown. We don't want such customers. Just like I don't want a vendor that will do the same too. So it is not in my place to drive a customer, but if the customer feels that my services are not okay, even when I've done everything that I should do, I cannot tell the customer to go, but the customer will definitely go. But bet me, if you've done everything that you should do, learning from the mistakes, going back to rectify it and all of that, and doing everything that you know you should do as a vendor, she wouldn't really have much, or he or she wouldn't have much to floor you. Some people now go on Instagram and they take receipts. This is our communication. Make sure your communication is very, very apt and you have receipts. And try not to always do phone calls with customers.
Why not?
Yeah, try not to do that, because you need to have a communication trail, because it's going to help you. Yeah, it could be email, it could be text message, whatever you want to use, just use it. But you see, phone call, you can't even remember what you said. The customer may not even remember what she has said. So then when both of you are explaining and going back and forth, it's like one person is lying and most times it's not about lying, it's just she did not remember what you said and you did not remember what she said. So always keep a communication trail when you're dealing with a customer. Have communication, just send messages, let it be message, but it shouldn't be too much to overwhelm the customer. When you've done all of that, you've done your best. Seriously, you've done your best, and it's up to the customer to decide if she wants to stay with you or if she wants to go. But definitely, a lot of them come back. A lot of them get upset, they leave, but they still come back to you. Because they know they would wear everything. They'll be like, oh, when I was dealing with more life, she was like this, but she at least took her time to explain to me why this happened. This other person is not even explaining to me. The person is fighting me. The person is dragging words with me, So believe me, they would come back to you. It may take time, they will come back. Some of them may not even come back directly using their phone number. They would use other means to come back. But they always come back. They always come back. Yeah. That's why I say do your best.
Another thing, if you're selling value, if you're giving out value, they will always come back because they have not seen your product any other place. Like even if someone else is selling the same thing, it might be the way you communicate with them, like you said, oh, like just was treating me this way, but if these are Jews, obviously, you understand. And so another
I don't think so. I don't think so. Like I know you talked about value, right? But I would beg to differ on that, because if you're giving a customer value and some people are too much, and some people just get so I don't know the whole word to use. Some people get too I don't know, because they feel they're paying you. They feel like you should bow down for them and everything. Some people are too much, so they don't even care if you're giving them value at that time. So now, talking about value, I'm going to talk about it in two ways. If I'm giving you value and I'm disrespectful to you, it's like you're driving me and I'm going to go, definitely. If I'm giving you value and we have a misunderstanding and I'm trying to explain why did this go this way and why did that go that way, yes, there may be consideration, but for some people, they go and never come back, irrespective of the value that vendor has to offer. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people like that. They just go, they walk away.
So you're sharing some tips with us, and you said as a vendor, please, Mrs. Tricia said, as a vendor, it's never wise to dispose your customer. Please, I hope that we are taking notes, and I hope that we are coming in with our questions, because she's going to answer every one of them. Any question you have, okay? And she said you should kill the mindset of assumption. Also, you made mention about praying. Although this is not one of your highlights, but another thing you should take note of is praying, because you say you pray every day for your customers. Like, oh God, please, you pray to God for customers. Please don't
for the kind of customers I want.
For the kind of customers you want. So prayer is key. Please, let's take note of that. Okay. And we know that entrepreneurship can be very, very demanding. So how do you balance? I know that you have 3 kids, 3 beautiful babies. How do you balance maintaining a healthy life and this um, entrepreneurship? Like, how do you balance it?
Um, my way of
Healthy
balancing
work
it may
life
not work
balance,
for.
rather.
Yeah, my way of balancing my life may not work for everybody. So every time I tell women, I can't tell you do what I do because we have different personality, we have different strengths. The kind of things that drive me may not be the kind of things that drive you. But for me, I've always been a woman that believes so much in family. So much in family. Like I can let anything go that would obstruct the flow of family in my life, right? So I would say the first thing is, what do you prioritize as a woman or as an entrepreneur? Are you the type that prioritize your business, your work, and everything over family? Are you the type that prioritize family over that? So I think that is the first thing to think of when you want to talk about balancing your life. What do you prioritize? Is it family over work or work over family? You know, yes. So that's the first thing. Once you're able to respond, because a lot of people don't even know what they prioritize. People think, oh, I prioritize family. You prioritize family, but you're going to get a job of, that will take you away from your family, and you go out in the morning and come back at night. That's not you prioritizing your family, right? So there has to be a balance. I know times are hard. People have to work. You need to make money. But I just want to say, for anyone that prioritizes family, you think about the family a lot and you're telling yourself, if I take this thing and I'm coming back at night, my family will suffer. My kids will not have me to call mommy all the time. My husband will not have me by his side for those that are married. Now, like it is a very strong one, but it is the truth. What do you prioritize? Weigh yourself, set your conscience, ask yourself that personal question. I can't respond for anybody. Because some people even think they prioritize family, but if you weigh their actions and you do like the 10 over 10 scale, you find out that it is their job or their business that they prioritize over family. The money would always come. But you see, the care you wouldn't be giving to them, it's something you would regret later when you have all the money that you have prayed for and you have built as, an entrepreneur. So it depends on what you prioritize as an entrepreneur. Okay. From there, you can narrow down. Yeah.
Like let's be strategic. Give us some real points. Let me say another thing. You know that some people, like you said, times are hard. Let's take for instance, yes, people prioritize family first, but at the end of the day, like you said, someone will give you a job 9 to 5. How do you refuse? Like it's literally a platter of gold to you because you still need to fend for your family, you need money to do this, do that. So how do you choose? I know most people have that thought in mind. They're like, what should I do? I know family comes first. Not like 9 to 5. It can even be, I thought you mentioned about a shift, like overnight shift, and that's the only job. Rather, that's the overnight shift. That's the only job. Like you've tried so hard. You're looking for a job. Especially in Cyprus, it's actually very hard to get a job, and you get some shifts that are very ridiculous. So how do you say no? What exactly should how do you handle this, and how do you maintain this work-life balance with family and all of that?
It's easy. If I'm getting a night shift, you see me, I've worked in a factory before here in Kudutorino. I've worked in a factory where the labor we're doing was very hard. I've worked in a factory. I've done hard work jobs, right? So, like I said, it still did not stop me from prioritizing my family. But what will they do? It would only make you stress yourself more. Now, there are ways to balance that. If I'm going on a night shift, I of course by 6 o'clock I should be back from work, right? Then I shouldn't go back to bed immediately. I have to take care of the kids and they have to go to school. When they go to school, I can use that time to rest for a bit. But I know you can never get your 6 to 8 hours sleep when you're doing like a night shift. Because when you, that's why I said it will only affect you and your mental stability, you know, but you will do what you still have to do because the money is needed to push the family forward, right? But there are things you will do. We are entrepreneurs. You balance it one way or the other. You go to work, you get back from work, you dress up the kids for school, they go to school, you try to sleep 2 to 3, 4 hours because you can never get more than 4 hours, believe me. Because you still have to wake up to prepare what they will eat when they come back.
And you still stay sane. You still stay sane. Oh my goodness.
You know, but now, what does that really do? It makes you edgy. It makes you stress. You know, because you're not getting the regular sleep hours that you want to get as a woman to be able to balance your life and show love to these blessings around you. You know, so you're frustrated. You are passing on stress to your kids, to people around you. You're overwhelmed and all of that. What would I say you should do? Believe me. Because at that time, that is the only thing you have. And you need to work to support the family. So you can't back out at that time to say, I'm not taking this job. You need a job. But now, at the weekend, you create time for things that you love. Right? If it's workouts, if it is going out with the family, but you sleep very well first and wake up the way you want over the weekend. And, you know, like you try to... you see those things you missed from Monday to Friday, then you try to incorporate them into your routine over the weekend. But is it convenient? No, it is not convenient. But as you're doing that, make sure you're prioritizing you. Weekend, go for workouts, go and take a walk, run, something that would stay like when you wake up, just leave the family and go do you. Go do you for sanity check. Jog round, skip. For me, workout is one of my medicine. It helps me a lot. When I go to workouts, I explode there. I see everything. Oh, you know when you're doing the hard workout, so but I don't know what works for any other person. For some people, they will tell you it's drawing, it's painting. Right now, I've found another nice skill that I love to do. I love to buy coloring books from Amazon, fashion coloring books from Amazon. And when I feel like I'm stressed, I just start, coloring. I start, they come in forms. I don't know where I can tell my son to help me get there. They just have sketches of fashion items, jacket and all of that. So when I'm overwhelmed, I just take the crayons and I start to color, and I put colors together. I can put purple and lilac, purple and green, funny colors that you would never think of, So I just get them in that book, and sometimes it helps me create fashion style.
That's what I wanted to say.
That's my way of, so that's my own way now of pushing out stress. Because my family shouldn't suffer because I'm overwhelmed or stressed. So I think every woman out there or every man out there can also try their best. Let them sit down, think, what do I like to do? Is it working out? For some people, it's taking a drive. They just like to drive long distance. They'll just drive, and come back. So it depends on what therapy works for you. Everyone have a therapy. The reason you've not found out what works for you is because you've not tried. So look for that therapy, because you're not leaving that job anytime soon. You need it. The family needs money. So you're going to be there for a while you're trying to develop yourself to find other things that will help you live a more stable life. Do you get? That's all I can really say.
Every woman's life. Key emphasis on balance. Balance is what to strive towards. Yes, and actually it goes back to what you were saying, passion. Like when you talked about the Amazon coloring books, I'm like, that's actually how you come online and show so many styles with colors, and they look so gorgeous, so fabulous. So everything, like, you can take out, relieve your stress, tension in whatever you have passion for. Some people can workouts, like me too. Like if I don't work out, I'm like, my brain go, or I don't take a walk, you understand, like everything that is going on back to back, So there are things that you can do balance, even if it's 1 hour of that stuff that you like to do. Please do it, okay? Please take note. Balance is key. All right, so
Yeah,
we can.
yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you so
that's my
much.
friend. Yeah, balance is key. Yeah, balance is key. For me, it's going to do like workouts, and styling pieces. When I'm stressed, I'm thinking of colors to put to that style. You know, everybody out there, they have something that would help them ease their tension and stress. Just go for those things, vent on those things, pour out your energy, your anger, just do it there. Then you find out that if you're able to spend 1 hour is even too much. If you're able to spend 30 minutes doing that, you will come out feeling refreshed, energized, and all of that, so.
Find out what your distressors are. Exactly.
Yes. Something that takes down,
All right.
Everybody have one.
Another thing that I could add to this, it might just be the cliche things that people say. It might just be the cliche thing that people say. Oh, it's very important, very paramount. Another thing is to always pray to God to not to give you a job that will take you away from your family. There's something that I usually think about. I'm like, if God, please, this job that I'm about to take, if it's not for me, there's no need. If it's going to take away, like going to take my time from my family or from the things that I love to do or business, because it can be very overwhelming. You're doing business, you're also doing another job on the side. It can be very, which time will you have to balance this? Like everyone said, it all boils down to balance. Another thing is prayer. Like you mentioned, prayer is key. Pray to God to give you a type of work that will help you and will not take away all those time, because it happens. People give testimony in church and like, there was a job I was looking for, but as so no matter the pay, yes, because even if I needed it so much, I refused it because I'm going to take away my time from church. And other people are even prioritizing church. If they are not going to, it's not going to give me a time to fellowship with God, or a time to, because this is, some people pray only in church. So a time to fellowship, which is not good, but that's their own, a time to fellowship with God or a time to just be around people, then I don't want it. Do you understand?
The reason I wasn't even hammering, I said about prayer, right? But the reason I'm not talking much about prayer here is because you have a YouTube channel you're connected to, right? So we have a mix of everybody. Some people don't believe in God. Some people believe in God. Some people are Muslims. So that's why I wasn't really emphasizing much on that. But seriously, that is the number one thing. That's really the number one thing. But I was not emphasizing much on that because I know it's a large platform. You have people joining on YouTube, and we did not tell them that it was like a Christian kind of program thinking. So, but the truth is, there's nobody on earth that know how to pray that wouldn't include that to their routine. You be the first. You're praying for customers. Tell God, I don't need a customer that will stress me. You're praying for a good job, so, I don't want us to digress into the Christianity part, but believe me, it still has to come into play, because that's the only thing that can regulate our life for us, because mostly in this part of the world where we are right now, it's hard. Even in Nigeria, it's hard too. Everywhere is hard, you need to work. But Faith said something. She said, no matter the pay. Now, what was the first thing I said? I said, it depends on what you prioritize. Are you the type that prioritize your family? Are you the type that prioritize work and money? For people that prioritize work and money, family will suffer. For people that prioritize family, work will suffer. So now, you have to balance it. How do you balance it? Not taking a job that will take you away from your family, no matter the amount. Being able to tell yourself, okay, the kids are going to close 3:34. As a man, I want to make sure at least by 5-6 I should be home. As a woman, I want to make sure by 3:34 I should be home because I'm doing this. You just need to create. Then there are remote jobs out there too. They may not be paying so much, but it's better than nothing. There are remote jobs that will pay you $14. There are remote jobs that will pay you 16. There are remote jobs that will pay you 18, 20 an hour. But there are other jobs that you have to go in person and you get $40, $50 an hour. But now the money is big. But what's going to suffer? Your family is going to suffer.
Definitely.
So it's balancing. You have to, like, I know we may also have some single parents here, but they work harder. Single parents work harder because they need to put food on the table. But a family unit consists of a man, a woman, and children, right? So if the man is taking a job that will take him and keep him till 7:30, the woman shouldn't have that kind of routine. If the woman is, the man shouldn't have that kind of routine. There should be balance. They just balance it.
That's just,
because I know money has to come one way or the other, right? Yeah.
Okay, so brings me to my next question. The business world is really changing. We know, like, so many things are coming up, and how do you actually adapt to these changes? How do you stay innovative? Because people want to know, like, how can I do this? How can I adapt to changes? Most people don't even know how to use Instagram. You know that, oh, Instagram is the, you need to, but they don't know how do you stay updated and stay on point with these changes.
Number one thing I would say, as an entrepreneur, right? The first thing you want to do when you have an online presence is follow people who do the same thing you do. Bigger. Who do the same thing you do, but they do it bigger, right? Over time, as you follow them, you see what they do, you see what they're doing different from what you're doing. I'm not saying copy everything they have, no. But you will find that thing you are giving out to your audience is no longer interesting to you. Mostly if you're somebody that like change, you like evolving, you like doing things different. You find that what you are giving to your audience is getting boring as against what those people are giving to the audience. So what do? You learn new skills. You have to, you see, just like people, you go to work, you have to keep developing yourself. That's the same way about entrepreneurship. You need to keep developing yourself. How do you use apps? Go for programs. Like you have people organizing 10 days program, 30 days program. You register for those programs to be able to, upgrade what you know. Because you want to stay at the top of your game at every point in time. You want to be able to create things that would be eye-catching to people. You want to push yourself. A lot of times these things are not convenient because when you even see the video, like, oh my God, this thing, I can't do it. But you need to try. You will try your best to evolve. Don't be static and say, oh no, this is what I know, I'm going to stay here, I will not move. No, you need to push, and over time you find out that you're getting better and better and better. Yeah, because the world is evolving, so you cannot just stay static. You need to have the mindset of evolving, learning new skills. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank God you talked about learning new skills and also developing yourself. So are there any books and resources or things that you would recommend to entrepreneurs that would, shape your entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah. For me, I do my best anytime, any day. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad.
That by
Yes,
Robert Kiyosaki, right?
They said that I have to download it on my system. I have it downloaded everywhere because it's a guide for me. I started reading that book even before I got married, and I still have a copy and I have the soft copy also. So I love that book very well because if you've taken your time to study about that, to read it, just let it as your life be part of you. You find that it just pushes you. It tells you the difference. What's the difference between a rich dad and poor dad? What are they doing different? Do you understand? It's all strategy. So that is my favorite. Anytime, any day. I've never thought of looking at another book, but you see that because I feel like everything I want is in there, and it guides me the way I want. I'm glued to that for now. And also, I like listening to Sam Adeyemi a lot. He's an inspiration to me.
Sam Adeyemi.
Yes, Sam Adeyemi is an inspiration to me.
Are you taking note?
Sam Adeyemi would talk you out of your comfort zone. He's a pastor. Is it Day Life? He had a church. He used to have a church in Lagos. I don't know about anything now, but I know every time I tune into a YouTube channel, I want to type Sam Adeyemi. He will teach you a lot of things. He will teach you how to live your comfort zone.
Hey, I know him. He's very brutal. Yes, I know him, but like the name. He's dark, right?
Yeah, dark and tall and slim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about.
He's the pastor of this Christian church, Lagos, already.
Maybe, yeah, but I think I know the person you're talking about. He's always very brutal. Like when it comes to entrepreneurship, like talk, he's always like save yourself first before you think of. You need to get yourself out of that zone, that poverty mindset before you even think of family. There was something that he.
I like somebody a lot because whenever I feel down or whenever I feel like giving up, he's one of those persons I want to listen to their word at that time. Because one day I sat down and I was like, why is somebody a pastor? It's supposed to be more of an inspirational, because the kind of things he says, he gives inspirational talk, right? And every time I listen to him, I just see the need to keep pushing and keep going. When I was attending his church then, there's no you have young couples then, and you see breakthrough, how a lot of them started from nowhere, started their own business because they were searching for jobs in Lagos and they didn't get any, and they were able to, land themselves in the place of being the CEO of a business, of a brand. Young couples, that attend this time. Not all of a lot of them that I used to know then, So Sam Adeyemi is an authority for me. I listen to him. I like the push and give when you feel down, So yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope you got that. And Faith said, when an entrepreneur is open-minded, adaptability becomes easy and flexible. Very powerful. Yes, an analytical, inspirational, educational podcast. Yes, also, you can also tune into that. Listen to podcast, business podcast, analytical, inspirational, and also
internet is your friend.
Yes, that's what I wanted to read. Internet is the best tool if you ask me, because most definitely everything now is all about internet, and what more can we use if not the internet? Okay, so what advice would you give an entrepreneur who is looking to start but is not sure how to start or what to do?
The first thing I would say is this. What do you love to do? What is that thing that if I wake you up today to say, Faith, I want you to do this thing for me, and you've calculated and see that, you're not going to make any profits, but you still want to jump and do it because it's something you love to do effortlessly. What is that thing you love to do? Your passion, your drive. And also, what would that thing be doing to the people, the population you think you want to sell out that idea to? Those are the two things we must think about. Are you solving a problem? The solution you're bringing, is it solving a problem? Do people need it? If people don't need it and it's a unique niche, how are you planning to educate people to understand this unique niche you're bringing to put into consideration before delving into any business line or any form of entrepreneurship? Another thing you would kill in your mind is, a lot of us have made that mistake. I'm looking at my friend. She does not know how to do this. So if I start this business, she will patronize me. Just kill that mindset. Please, kill it from the bottom of your heart. Because it's going to make you cry. It's going to make you drool. It's going to make you stop and close your business book several times. It shouldn't be about them. Look for the people outside. Those are your community that you want to build. Because
well said.
Over time, this particular mindset has killed a lot of people. It has
Businesses
messed up
too.
their business mindset. Don't think about the people you have, your sister, your brother, my friend. No, they should never be the first persons you think about when you want to venture into an entrepreneurship line. Don't think about that at all. Think about the full, like the masses, like what are you going to be giving to them? What solution would you be, like, because everybody right now is after solution. What am I solving? What problem am I solving? Am I just coming there to show them my product? People are getting bored. They don't want to even see the product anymore. They want to know, what is that product doing for me? What is it going to do for me? So that's the first thing we must do. Yes. I talked about 3 things, and I think those 3 things are very important.
Look for the solution. What problems are you solving? And there's something that
the
you said.
mindset of creating a business because you have friends, family that think you patronize.
Exactly.
Kill that mindset.
That's what actually wanted me, like, that's what almost made me fold up. Like, the first couple of weeks that I started, it was going well. I was like expecting friends and family, people that I know that would definitely, order and drink. I know that these people, they drink juice now. It's an apple show, and they are, most of them are my friends. I'm like, like I wanted to, have you be like, oh, you want to have beef with them, or I was like bigger than that. I grew above that, and I was like, this shouldn't be like what you just said. I look for people outside, and surprisingly, it's even people outside that are like, okay, I'm satisfying a need, like based on what you said earlier, like make sure you satisfy a need, bring solution to the table, and not people that you're looking to please, or people that, just because they are your friends, or bringing family inside. No, don't do that. I think you should try to satisfy a need and also look for solutions.
They will, because seriously, you'll be very disappointed.
Very, very disappointed.
And you have no right to be offended with them. For what now?
Exactly.
It's a childish thing to be offended because I'm doing something. I don't expect people around me to patronize my business. I don't. And if they do it, I am very, very grateful. But I do not hold them to it because they don't have to. Some of them don't even want to patronize you. They want to go patronize another vendor, and they have their reasons. But you should never be upset or offended, because you just need to push yourself to that level where, when they see your brand tomorrow, they will want to look. This time around, they are not now begging them to patronize you, but they want to patronize you because they've seen how you've grown without them, and without their input. And you can never be offended because everybody has their mindset.
Okay, so another
just
thing
push yourself
above that. Yes, above that situation. Well, how about the fact that you've always been patronizing this person? Like, because that should be another topic you should dwell on. It's not only the fact that maybe they're not doing business. Let's say they're doing business and you have been patronizing these people steady. So, like, and it gets to your turn. Why not? You're not supposed to be mad, but what can you? Word.
Did you hear what?
Yes, somebody said word, my friend. Sorry?
Faith just said something, and it's like she just read my mind and took it out. Faith said, as an entrepreneur, the first thing you must do is build emotional capacity. If not, you find out that you are fighting everybody around you. For not patronizing you. You are fighting everybody around you for not supporting you. You shouldn't really do that. Look, when you just start to happen, but you find out that you would grow to the level where you look past all of that and say, they are not my audience, they are not my targets. And it's even better when these people are not your targets, sincerely.
Yes, because it can bring conflict. Yes.
And now you patronize them, right? They didn't tell you to patronize them. You did it out of your own will and volition. Right?
That's
you
true.
could have told yourself that you don't want to buy, but you saw it and you bought.
Yeah.
So now, the mindset will be, I need to patronize a friend.
Exactly.
Now is your time. You expect them to do say no. Never expect anything from anybody. That's the best rule of thoughts.
Yeah.
You see, like, this attachment, the attachment mentality, like, because I do for you, you have to do for me.
Yes,
It's one thing
exactly.
anybody going into business should keep. Don't have that mindset.
Don't
Kill it.
have any mindset of
There are times
attachment.
where you never said the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is where you're selling something and these people know you're selling that thing, but they will go elsewhere to buy
Your
and
friend
they
said
will wear
it.
it and put it on your face. Then what do
Yes.
you do?
It's what I wanted to do that made me laugh. They would rather buy another juice outside and come ask you for free juice or ridiculous discount. It's very true. That's what I was saying. It's even better these people don't even patronize you because they can be conflict of interest. In law, we have something like conflict of you don't
Yeah, of
even
course.
stand in for your family member or this thing. So how about business? It's also applicable in business because this kind of thing will be like, oh, I'll pay you tomorrow, or tomorrow comes, you cannot, because it's your friend, you cannot keep saying, oh, please where's my money or this, you just wait, and it's very bad for business. So actually, it's yeah, this is a very powerful way. I'm glad we talked about this. Never expect anything from anybody. Don't have any mindset of attachment because they will definitely fail you and they will definitely disappoint you. And also, you should build and rise to something about emotional intelligence, build your emotional capacity and
Build
intelligence. Yes.
capacity. Like before you go into entrepreneurship, the first thing you must do is build your emotional capacity.
Yes.
Like tell yourself, I'm going to overlook whatever anybody does. If I'm selling this and I see Faith wearing the same thing I'm selling, I shouldn't be worried because what if Faith got that item before I launched mine?
Yes.
So that's why assumption also, you can see assumption.
Yes, you talked about
So
assumption.
instead,
Yes.
tell Faith, oh Faith, you have a picture of what I sell. Can you give me that picture? Let me see how I can use it to push my own brand. If she's willing to, she might give you. If she doesn't want to give it, it's fine. But don't be, you see that this mindset of you have to buy from me, you must buy from me. We have to kill all of that. It's not a productive mindset. It's not, yeah.
So finally, tell me what's next if you want to share. Thank you so much. Remember, business thrives only when friends and family pay. Actually, don't bring friends and family into business. Yes, this is true. Okay, so tell me what's next. If you want to share, to tell us what's next for you, your project, your goals, manage expectations. If I do say so myself, yes, exactly, spot on. So please, Mrs. Tricia Agbonbhase.
Okay, like I said, when you're into business or anything you do in life, even if you work, you're into business, you have a family you're running, everything counts, my darling. Don't feel business has to be you going out, work has to be you going out. Having a family, a home that you manage is a lot of work too, okay?
Yes.
So while you're doing that, you're also trying to balance it to look for something else, okay? So never feel bad about anything. So now, the first advice I would say, the first thing I have going on for me right now, it's I've studied the markets. Normally, before I relocated to Canada, I was in America. My business was way bigger in America because every month you see me loading boxes. I don't know, there's something echoing. I think you want to mute the other device you're using on YouTube. There's an echo.
There's an echo, right? Okay.
I don't have any device on. Okay, how is it now?
Okay.
entrepreneur, because I'm always going to focus on the part of an entrepreneur, I've studied the market and I'm restructuring myself and my business. And I know if you notice, in my GDI page, I've not been platform I show my styling and everything is Instagram and TikTok for now. You know, because I still have the capacity, because my Instagram page, there's a link there that takes you directly to my WhatsApp when you want to make inquiries for items. And I like that because it's helping me also save people's numbers. You know, I have a business WhatsApp, so I'm saving your number just in case anything goes wrong here on Instagram. Instagram is closing businesses, blocking businesses, right? So I don't want to miss my customers. I want to have their number. So you are building your customer base list, creating a list where you have their numbers and everything, that you can still continue communication if anything goes wrong on the social media platform that you have. Yep.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Tricia Agbonbhase. I'm really so glad. Please follow her on Instagram, and she said she's building a website. Message her directly on WhatsApp. It will take you to that website or take you to the page. Just, you know, follow her everywhere on every platform. And she mentioned a lot of tips for us. She talked about online presence, follow people who do the things you do, like how to, you know, stay on top of your game, because internet, obviously, business is changing, the technology is changing, so you have to follow people who do the things you do. Sorry, I'm just going to read this. Imagine the madness and depression when Instagram takes down a page or the person loses their account. Yeah, I've been seeing, oh my goodness. Yeah, I've actually. Like, you just grow so many followers, and all of, and Instagram is actually removing followers now. All of a sudden, you lose your page or you can't. Yeah. So don't depend solely on Instagram. Please try to make use of another tool. Get in touch with people that know how to do this thing. Like she said, her and her husband, they are building their websites now from scratch. So they have obviously read, they have obviously been schooled on all these things, and they are staying updated. Please stay updated, follow the trend, like stay on top of your game, always learn, develop new skills. Who would even know having your own website will even give the actual data you may need rather than depend on the application data and algorithms.
You are right. Very, very correct. Because my husband knows a lot about these things, and he has explained it to me. A website would actually help you grow more than Instagram. Yeah, a website will help you grow more than Instagram. The reason Instagram is a thing right now is this. It's a fast place. Just 30 seconds reel. Everybody is busy. So they want to be able. So no matter what you have, even if you have a website, you have other platform, you still want to post on Instagram to keep you, to keep you there, because there are a lot of people that would see you there, and all they need to do is click on your website to go follow you and all of that. But Instagram is still like a fast-paced growth platform for entrepreneurs. It doesn't. When I say growth, it doesn't mean you'll be increasing your numbers, no. But people are seeing your stuff. They are seeing it. A lot of these people don't even follow you, but they are seeing it. Because when you post, it goes out there. Even if it's 100 people that will see that reel or whatever you're posting, it's a plus, it's an addition, right? 100 people that don't follow you, it's an addition. They may not follow you, but they will know this is what you do. And you're doing it consistently. One day, so yeah.
Okay, she talked about...
Exactly.
Yes, good. Yes, she talked about how to manage your customers. Do your best as a vendor by sending text message, and also kill the mindset of assumption. Don't think that communication is key. Don't think that, because I've told the vendor this, he's supposed to, or I've told the customer this rather. She's supposed to. My son is showing at the background, jumping and playing. Yeah, she's supposed to know, he or she is supposed to know what they're saying. Okay, baby. I think my son is calling me now. Yes. So yeah, kill the mindset of assumption. How do you bounce back? Communication. We talked about failures, and how to bounce back with your customers. If you're failed, how do you rise up? Because you don't have to stay down. Communication is key. So go back and communicate. If you have done everything you can, rubric, yes. If you've done everything you can, please go and talk to God. Tell him. My baby at the back. Okay. So let me close the curtain so it doesn't distract anyone, please. Okay. So another thing was how to relate with your customers, communication, get a skill. We talked about getting a skill and learn about customer service. Please, this is very paramount. If you're looking to start in any business, first of all, you learn about customer service, get a skill. And also, this is all about satisfying a need. And she said, doing what the first thing that she said, if she asks a friend, what's the first thing that will make you happy? Passion. If I tell you, go and do this thing now, you do it with your full chest. Yes. Passion drives you. He's enjoying himself. Okay, so sorry for that. Yes. Thank you so much.
Emphasis is still going to be on rubrics. As an entrepreneur, you must have a rubric that you follow when dealing with customers. That's why I said taking the customer service course online is very important. I took a customer service course as well, right? It was for 3 months or something. They teach you how to deal with difficult customers and all of that. But believe me, what they teach is different from the real world experience. Now, what they teach is only a guide, and it will help you stay calm through it all. And tell yourself, I'm not dealing with my regular person. This one is a business relationship. It helps you set boundaries, right? And know that, okay, this is a business relationship. And just follow through with it, you know. Because another thing is a lot of us don't know how to set boundaries. We don't know how to respond to business and, you know, regular. We're just mixing up everything, which I don't think is okay. Sometimes when you're communicating with customers, even if you think they know you, there was somebody that sent me a message on my WhatsApp, my business WhatsApp. I've known her for years, right? So she got my number from Instagram and she communicated with me. I was like, hello, ma'am. You know, because this is business platform. If you want to talk to me directly, come to my regular phone and let's talk. But this is business. Communicate with them in a way that they might not even think you are the one chatting with them at that moment. That you have a customer service representative chatting with them. It's very good. It's key. It's key. So you know that it's business we're going to discuss. There are times some people I know will send me a message. I'll be like, can we chat on my business WhatsApp? I send them the link. But some of them don't want to even go there. They just want to remain on the normal platform. I understand. Yeah, some of them just want you to relate with them normal, but it's fine. But I think it's always good to keep it very professional. If it's business, let it be business. Do your best to satisfy your customers. Even if the customer is a difficult customer, it is not in your place to drive that customer. Try to always encourage feedback from customers. The amount of feedbacks I get is always a lot. It's like I'm always very happy and elated when the reviews come out so good. There was one time I was doing a business I started. Faith that you see here told me one thing. Faith said, she look, you know, when you have people that look out for you, it's a plus, it's an added advantage. Faith sent me a tool and she said, do it. Instead of you writing out the people's address like this, why not get a machine like this to be printing out? And she sent it to me. Immediately I showed it to my husband. Immediately we purchased it, right? So having people also that are willing to just show you things is okay. But following businesses that have gone is very, very important because you learn, you see what they are doing. Sometimes you may not be able to buy the equipment that they have because your business have not even paid you up to that amount, but just have it written down somewhere and you go in bits. Gradually, you find out that you're climbing the ladder. You're not where you used to be, you know, and grow incrementally. Measure your growth from last year and tell yourself, this year, what did I achieve? What did the business do? You know, was I able to make any profit? Did I make losses? And remember, there are some periods you would not even make any profit. Take note of that and stick with what works for you. Initially, I started my business buying things and fulfilling orders, not stocking in Nigeria. Last year, customers started requesting for something different. They wanted me to start stocking in Nigeria and all of that, and that required me getting the shop and all of that, which I did. I got all of that. But guess what? When you have those items, expensive items, they still would not buy those items. They want you to still order for them. And then I found out that this is what works for me. And they will be sitting down waiting for you to run a sale on those other items because they know if you don't sell it, you're going to run a sale on them. You see? So I would say do not allow your customers to push you. Know what works for you. Stick with what works for you. Grow. And make sure when you're doing that, you also consider them. It's not every feedback that you would, for me, I just followed their own feedback last year and I went, but I made losses, loads and loads of losses last year. Because right now you're under pressure. You've bought a lot of sneakers, you bought some Air Jordans, now you have them in Nigeria. People are not, they don't want to buy because they know that if you store it for 6 months more, you want to run a sale on that. You want to run the sale on that. So just keep being consistent and do what works for you as a vendor. And also consider the growth part of it. Put your customers also put their needs, but not all their needs, because sometimes they are only coming to you from a selfish mindset. You must know that. You must know that. Yeah, you must know that.
So you shouldn't go all out, right? You shouldn't go all out for your customer. I think we are going to have a part 2 of this because this is just the introduction. I feel like you're diving deeper. Like as you're talking, you're bringing up points, and I'm not sure time would permit us to really go further. So it doesn't really, take much of our time. So I think
what Faith said.
Just
honey, is a no.
Address customers by their first names. Yeah, like she said. What do you have to say to that?
She's very correct. I would learn from that too. Because
set boundaries.
Like I said, I have two WhatsApp, right? One is my personal WhatsApp, and the other one is my business WhatsApp, right? If you communicate with me, the one we communicate with, right? You will find out that there's a pattern. When you send me a message, there's already a response, and when I'm talking, like there's a different communication platform. There's a way you communicate there. But I think it's good as a business person. Yes. There's certain words you cannot use. Honey, sugar, baby.
Dear or dear.
Keep it straight.
Yes, it's the common one.
Like, yeah. So it makes it not professional. Very, very true. But I know a lot of times some of us just say, oh no, this, and sometimes some of them will come and say, don't you know me? Why are you treating me like a stranger? Yeah. And you have to explain to them, babe, that business. I'm sorry, now that you have come to me on a different ground, we can talk normal. But I was chatting with you from my business WhatsApp, and I had to keep it very professional. Okay. So